Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Sunfall Cycle.
Usually it's breathier.
Yeah, that time I went up because I changed it. You never know what to expect.
We're having some evolution of the intro theme song.
I learned everything I learned about intros and hyping people up from a used car salesman in Buffalo, New York in 2003. His thing was, come on down to my lot. It's huge, right? The problem was, is after...
That your dating line, too?
It's huge! The problem was is that he kept doing it over and over again. So every week he'd have a new commercial, but... people would go to his lot and do it to him. And I think after about a year, he got over it because eventually he was like, it's huge. So you were like, oh. And yeah, so you got to keep changing it up. You got to change it. And that's what I'm doing for you. All right, gang. Eric, welcome.
Hey.
I hope you're ready for...
Jeff's the DM today?
Yeah,
What happened?
Jeff the DM.
What? It's fine. It's fine.
We'll be fine.
It's fine. This will be a quick change. It's not even an issue. Look, it's not even an issue. Look at this. But
Yeah.
I spent all my time beepity bopping in. No one told me otherwise. You guys could have given me a heads up. You didn't even bother.
Steven finally shaved. Doctor sorted us. I take offense with that.
Boop. See, look at that. Easy. Done. Simple.
Somebody's outside my house yelling at me to shave. Come out, cowards. I will never shave.
Anyway, now that that's fixed, let's, do this thing. It's nice to have Eric here because, ironically, as our plan finally comes to fruition, Britt ditched. I'm not saying she knew, but she ran, and now we are about to sneak into a castle disguised as guards. Wait a minute. Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it. Hey, before we start this episode, real recap of last time.
Yeah, let's do a recap. What happened last time?
We only have 3.
That's exactly what I just realized. Because we're like, oh, Britt can just change into a flea. We only got 3 outfits, guard outfits. And now Britt's gone, and we have a dude who has no guard outfit. We are utterly screwed. This is... cancel the show. We're done. It's over.
We'll come back in 2 weeks when Britt's back so we can do the thing.
I'm there.
Oh, internet problems. Oh, my God.
There's weird technical difficulties.
Oh, no. Oh,
Quick,
boy.
if I just don't move, it could be
Frames are
like my
dropping.
video is bad.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do about it.
Well, crap. Okay, cool. Can't wait for this episode.
I mean, you're still
I could be a prisoner
there.
or something.
You're still there at the riot where there are guards rioting along with the rioters. So, there's the opportunity to do a thing.
Looks like we're doing the prisoner strat. Yeah.
The 3 of you, Jeff, Bronze, Jesse, summarize for me what happened last time. You're still in this vision of the past. And someone on Twitter was like, do y'all actually know it's just a vision and not the real past? And I was like,
you told us that it counted. You said it counted.
You are seeing the real past. Now, there is to a certain extent, there is a narrator who is shaping the vision of the past that you have, but you're actually seeing the past. So the things that are happening, they're actual historical events that people would understand.
Wait a minute. But if it's stuff that happened, are we changing anything?
No.
Have you ever heard Natasha Bedingfield? Have you ever heard Unwritten?
No,
What?
actually.
I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a D&D campaign, and it's all fine. No.
There we go.
That's Natasha Bedingfield, right?
I think so.
I don't know.
Bronze Mr.
I only know that one
Collins.
song.
Oh. I don't
Okay.
know then.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So yeah,
Off to a great start.
what happened last time? You all ended up in some sort of a council chamber, right?
Isn't that how it always happens?
Yeah, we started in a council chamber where we were trying to determine what to do with the king because the king was unresponsive to our requests. And Bronze...
Yeah, you'd had translated further back in time prior
Right.
to the war. Yes.
So this was before anything happened, and Bronze had convinced everyone to go to war. But then we tried to convince this other person that we were going to do like a sneaky maneuver and like try to, during the riots, we'd kind of like go get the king. But then stuff exploded anyway, and pigs may or may not have been killed, and we tried to stab multiple guards, failed every single roll, and somehow won in the end, barely alive, and no one noticed or cared, and now we're gonna go try to kill the king, I think is what's happening. We are just off the rails. Rails.
Yeah, the Beatles were there.
Yes, the Beatles were there, and a couple of famous philosophers were there too.
Mm-hmm.
And lions and tigers and bears, or at least bears, not pigs, were there. Or maybe it was pigs, not bears. Maybe it was the other way around.
It was pigs, not bears, then a bear, not pig. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And someone was terrified of spiders, I think. No, bears. Someone was terrified of bears. Awesome. So
I'm gonna miss those guards. Those voices were so good.
Oh, we can. We'll bring
Don't
that.
tell me every one of the guards is like, we all sound this way.
I'm lying dead on the ground. It really sucks.
Help me.
How are you doing? Yeah. So I think the plan was y'all were gonna like lure some guards away and then like paralyze them with this poison that
Didn't
Noble
work.
gave you, and they just like crit every single Constitution saving throw, and like you all had to like tear them down with your claws and teeth. Finally, you've killed off, I think, if I count this correctly, you killed off Calvin, Hobbes, and Demosthenes. And
No,
Locke
I think we
ran
just
off.
incapacitated them.
Well,
I killed mine.
No, that's right. You did knock them unconscious. You were dealing
Non-lethal damage.
subdual, non-lethal damage. Yes. So they're all unconscious and like tied up back in this alleyway, back that away. I can actually bring y'all over to the page that we're on. Not the lower sanctum, but in fact, the Avenue of Immortality. Enkara dissipates up into the air, and Barmaros appears in her stead. Yeah, and you were down for the count, weren't you? You got healed at the end, I think. I think Enkara laid a healing spell on you, so you're back up. Cool. Yes. So you were planning on stripping these guards of their armor, and then, not armors, Kairos, and then dressing as guards and sneaking back into the palace in order to try to assassinate the king.
That's the plan.
So here's the situation. You're standing around the corner from this like fountain courtyard area where you just hear the sound of like open combat roaring. And let's see. Yeah, like you hear like the rallying cry of a horn. And why don't all of you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Oh my god! Out the gate?
Have we? Why? What is this horn?
Well, it's to tell you which of you understands what the horn is.
Right. Well, I have a military background. Is that relevant?
Not me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You get advantage on your wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant to ask for.
Yeah, totally. It's definitely a military
Well,
horn.
I rolled the same number. It doesn't
It
matter.
looks like you got a 14 there.
Yeah, it looks like I got a 14 regardless. Thanks, Dice.
Yeah, so Armoros, you hear this horn and it doesn't really register for you, but Kairos and Sarek, the three of you recognize this as a rallying horn for the Knights of Astafon. It sounds like the situation in the courtyard has gone quite desperate. What
Is this like a Boromir like 3 horn blast situation?
Yeah,
No?
definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the Knights are in trouble. Oh, I see. I'm the only one not in a disguise. Is this going to be a problem?
Hello.
Hey,
We're
you all don't
knights
look so
now.
good. Sark, you look extremely messed up. Like on a scale of 1 to your maximum hit points, you're pretty
Yes,
messed up, right?
I was in a stab fight. That's a first for me.
Yeah, here you go, buddy. And I would say, through the power of being a soldier, carry on. And I grab your shoulder and lay on hands for you for 10.
Exactly 10? I don't have to roll for that?
Nope, just exactly
Should
10.
we take a quick rest? Because I know Armoros is roughed up and so am I.
Are we just going to let this battle go? Should we? I mean,
Well, I think
based on disguises, we're probably going to sneak by, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
My
We
spell
should use
slots
the
are
battle
gone.
as cover to leave.
I know, I'm metagaming. My spell slots are used.
Steven, question for you.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Which direction is the palace from where we are on the map? Is it
Oh man.
through the square, or can we just backtrack and leave?
Why you gotta ask me questions like that?
Because it's important for the stories.
Hang on, I'm pulling up the official map of the Sunfall Cycle.
yeah. Do you have a compass? Do you have a cardinal?
I like
Direction?
how portly the dust resistance fighters are.
They're a motley crew of dwarves.
Yeah. In Punjabi,
Boys
we
and
have this
drugs.
phrase, "Khande pinde kardea," which is like, you're from a house that eats and drinks. That's what they look like. They're from a house that eats
Wait,
and drinks.
what is that? What is it called?
It's a Punjabi phrase.
But no, what
Marks
is
would
it?
just call them the proletariat.
Say it again because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, what was it?
Khande pinde kardea. Like, oh, you're from a house that eats and drinks.
Oh my
They
god,
would
it sounds
say-
like old Valyrian. I don't know what. Holy
That is
shit!
amazing.
They would say that to you, Jesse. They would be like, "Wow, look at him.
I
He
would
was bred on milk
Wow.
and butter."
I would expect that they then think I'm very important. Like we need to go back to
They'd be
the
proud.
days when like I would be a king just cuz. They'd be like, "Oh, give him all of our daughters. He must be important." And I'd be like, "Of course I am."
Or they just give you lots of food.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, just as good.
Yeah, it's literally just as good. On a scale of things I'd be happy with, both are acceptable. Yeah.
So, Sarek,
Yes.
you can see from where you are, sort of northeast of you, there's this like low tower that's overseeing the entire sort of town square area. In fact, give me a perception check for me, please.
Certainly. That tower is the big gray thing, yes?
Yeah, it's this big gray circle here.
Oh, I perceive it.
I perceive the tower. Oh yeah, absolutely. And what survival is the like wayfinding? Yeah, so like up past this tower, you can see sort of in the distance, scratching the skyline, a large bell tower. And that bell tower is behind a large inner wall that separates the Palace of Ire from the town of Servitude. The palace itself, of course, dominates the skyline to the north. So like it's very easy to see the direction that it is. But you know that there is a gate that leads to the bell tower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yes, the four of you hear this horn blowing, and you can tell that your companions of the Knights of Astafon are in trouble, fighting off the attack, suppressing the violence in the square.
3 blasts. That's a sign for trouble.
Yes, but
Okay.
What happens on the 4th blast?
There is no 4th blast.
we don't,
They're in a
blast
desperate. They're in desperate strikes, Armoros.
we're not Kairos, we're not here to help them. We have our own mission.
Do have our own.
Oh, well, I just don't have a disguise, so I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Now,
That's
trying to catch up.
okay. Yeah.
well, your mission is to try to assassinate the king, and your
We didn't say it's that. Hold up. No.
We're going
no,
straight to
Steven.
Regicide. All right.
yeah, your mission,
Steven.
should you choose to accept it, is to go assassinate the king right now.
No. We're gonna
Okay,
go try to
he's
get
a liar,
info.
man. He's a filthy liar, man, because no one ever said, we want to have a face-to-face talk with this dude.
No, it said assassinate. That's just so aggressive. You want to have a face-to-face conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, get the
Okay.
A pointed
the
conversation.
real story, because he seems to be acting kind of. We want to see if he's all there.
Yeah, totally. And the avenue of access that y'all were trying to enable is to disguise yourself as Knights of Astafon.
Yes.
Now, already you know that like there is one remaining Knight of Astafon out in the fray who will recognize that you three are not his three bosom buddies, but in fact vile imposters wearing their very clothing. So there's that to think about. And then also, if you don't join in the fight, like, are the Knights of Astafon going to be convinced that you're really one of them?
Why you do this? Why? Oh, you
Jesse, the cameras
monster.
again. Sorry.
What about? I like GM Jeff. What if? Okay. Actually, let me ask a question to Steven first.
Oh, yeah.
If I look around the corner of the building, is the speaker alive?
Oh, yeah. So you see the speaker standing on the platform, and you see Ibless, noble Ibless, wearing these like flowing red gowns as she's like battling with the speaker in like hand-to-hand combat. So the speaker has like twin like sickles that she's like using to block and parry and like strike back at Noble Ibless. And Noble Ibless is fighting with an empty palms style of combat. And as you watch, Noble Ibless like presses her palms together, and then all of a sudden she like fades into this semi-translucent like static image, like void image, and the speaker for Astafon does the same.
Okay.
And the combat continues.
Is there going to be like a Kamehameha like type of thing between them?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah. Is it like a photo negative of them, like getting like stretched out? Is that what I'm picturing? Right?
It's not like a photo negative. It's like they're it's like they've been half shifted to the ethereal plane.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which check?
Perception.
Okay. Oh,
It's
no.
just to see like if you can see the way that particular fight is going or what's going on. They seem pretty evenly matched. The speaker for Astafon seems pretty shocked at getting shifted into this semi-ethereal state. It almost looks as though she's become unaware of any of the other people fighting around her, like these resistance fighters up here and this Knight of Astafon beyond. She no longer seems to be reacting to the people around her. It's just her and Noble Ibless.
Okay. I'll turn to the others and say, well, it wouldn't look as fishy if we rush to help the speaker, secure the assets, so to speak.
Can we assume real quick, Steven, that I'm like onboarded with the plan? Like I'm caught up to speed? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm happy making that.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, but are you actually, or do you need us to catch you up?
No, we're disguising. We're killing the king. I thought it was pretty.
It's a
clear.
surprisingly simple.
We're gonna assassinate.
If you need
surprisingly
her,
simple.
she can break it down for you into smaller parts.
All right, good.
You can understand.
I would appreciate that into actionable items so that I can properly scope
Maybe
out my sprints
a link
to manage this project.
Yeah,
We have
we've
a
got
PDF if you need it.
A user story.
Yeah.
See, we know what we're doing
We
here.
have a PowerPoint. We can walk you through it step by step.
I mean, if there's anyone that's agile, it would be Sarek. So
Yes,
this is good.
I'm
All right, let's
prepared.
do this. This sounds good. I know I don't have a costume, but I can make it.
Okay. So we should just go help her.
I'm a mercenary. I'm
Wait,
used
is
to
the speaker
blending in.
female?
Yes, the speaker is female.
Okay, yeah. We should help her.
Now, of course, you also see that your companion, Locke, is now locked in battle with a number of dust resistance fighters nearby. In fact, you can hear him crying out, Demosthenes, Calvin, Hobbes, I need your help. The riot is growing out of control.
I don't. Do we need to get
I
him?
laugh in character and out.
Do we need to get him an in order to, because I'm trying to figure out a way in
It's
which
better if he dies because he's the only one who knows where our costumes came from.
Oh, absolutely. But I'm trying to figure out a way in which Kairos can help us and still not be like it's gonna be very obvious that this just orc in gleaming armor shows up and helps us. Like, how do we explain that?
My armor.
so, like,
I'm a mercenary. I'm part of the Legion. You can just say the Legion is working for you.
One
so
Legion
easy.
guy just is like, this, we had a friend, but we let him die, and we hired this Legion guy instead. Like, what do we do? What do we? Is that what we're supposed to say to people?
I'm
Now,
a private
to be fair,
contractor.
There is nothing particularly more strange about an orc being a knight of Astafon than there is about a half elf or a full elf being a knight of Astafon. Like, anybody who is familiar with each of the knights will recognize the four of you as not knights of Astafon, but you're kind of hoping that you're going to only engage with like people who might not know you personally and just sort of assume like, oh yeah, that's, you know, this is the new guy. He must work on the 5th floor or whatever. Who cares? You know,
Sure.
knights come and go all the time.
Yeah.
Except that Locke like will recognize the particular armor that you're wearing. That's the challenge here, right?
So we want to kill Locke, is what you're saying.
You know, maybe you just want to knock him out. I don't know. Kill seems like such a strong word. Some people keep insisting that that's not what's going on here. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Okay.
Let's
well,
capture their soul.
Yeah.
I'll let the team decide. I'm gonna look. This is all this in the past, Back to the Future stuff does not sit right with me. Every choice we make affects the future.
Yeah, you hear the call coming from around the corners. Companions, bosom friends, we need the beaters to assemble. Beaters to me.
Is
Do
that
we
what they
go?
call themselves?
The
I'm
beaters.
sorry, I'm confused.
They call themselves the beaters, and I don't like it
Beaters.
one bit.
Oh, because the Beatles. Oh my God. God damn it, Steven.
Guys, listen, you've got to go DM a D&D game just so that you can like inflict as much pain on your players as possible.
The beaters. Oh
beaters.
my God.
All right. Does it look like we're going to move up to attack and assist this person, or we're going to let them die?
I think the plan is we can't.
We
aid-
could take
Well,
their costume.
Wait a minute. I have my scepter still though, right?
Oh, you do.
Ew.
Attrition.
Yeah. Can I like mind control this son of a bitch? Can we
I
save
think
him?
that's a thing that you can make happen.
Can we save this guy and then use him to our advantage?
Yeah, so charm person lasts for an hour. You attempt to charm the humanoid you can see within range, makes a wisdom saving throw. If it fails, it's charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
I think all we need is an hour. All we need is an hour. We take this guy, we mind control him, and we use him. And then he'll be our in too. Because then
And you can also like expend a charge from the scepter to like make him not remember that he was charmed.
Yarp? That's the plan.
Yarp.
Let's do it. Yes, let's go save this guy and then use him.
Awesome. Yeah,
Okay.
so what's the plan? You're gonna like run around the corner, Sarek, and like Patrician Scepter mind control him?
No,
Wow.
we're gonna go save him first because you know I don't think he's gonna turn mid combat and be like, "You killed my friends." Then he'll get stabbed in the back, and then I don't think he's gonna do it. And if he does do that, then we'll just kill him because I don't give a shit at that point because he shouldn't be so snoopy.
Now I know exactly what I need to say.
You're not my friends. Oh no.
You killed my friends. Awesome. Okay,
All right,
so
let's do it.
yeah, why don't the four of you make initiative rolls?
You think we could just wink, wink, nudge, nudge at the resistance, and they would be like,
One would think.
"Oh, I know these guys. We'll just go along with this."
What can I? Oh, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't do it, but That's because I was clicking on Aya.
All the time.
6
So,
freaking
A lot of
fighters,
initiatives.
dude.
dang, they're rolling high. Oh, they've got +2 dexterity. That's why. Amazing. Descending. Cool. Well, I after this brief conversation of getting together and figuring out what's going to happen, you're the one who gets the drop. So, what do you do first?
Okay, I have 1 spell slot. I will. Oh my gosh. I don't know if we should just try to scare them away or fight all 6 of these dudes, because this might be bad.
These people, like, you can tell they're not like trained military members. They are,
Okay.
yeah, they're basically commoners.
Okay.
They're wielding like a makeshift curved sword that's like mostly just beaten out of like a sickle or a scythe or something used for like kitchen work. Like they have like a large knife that they've beaten into a weapon, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward and then like kind of menacingly be like, and hope that they recognize my voice, and maybe like, because they're familiar with us, I feel like, because we're like members of the council. Try to
Yeah.
get them to like retreat and be like, fly, you fools, judgment is upon you, and I'm gonna like do acid splash on them.
So I feel like you're trying to do something fairly tricky. If I understand correctly, talk me through this. You're trying to pitch your voice such that members of the dust of the earth recognize who you are.
Yeah, and
as
so
like a figure of authority.
Go with it.
Also that the Knights of Astafon do not recognize who you are.
Yes.
That's pretty tricky.
It is pretty tricky.
Make a deception roll.
I'm fucking deceptive as shit.
Do it.
Oh, damn. It
Whoa!
works.
This is what I do.
Yeah. And then you're acid splashing?
Yeah, to like
Cool.
add to the illusion. Like kind of like it's like my version of pepper spray. Like I'm going in like a riot cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and this is like this is my D&D pepper spray. Like I'm macing the crowd and I've got my shield out in front of me from the guards, and I'm like, but I'm also like, disperse.
Please disperse. I don't want to have to kill you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So-
Yeah. Roll your. Who are you attacking with your acid splash?
I'm gonna do like right here because it's like I think I have to choose a square. Hold on,
Yeah,
I've
I
never
think so
used
as well.
no.
Acid splash. Hurl a bubble of acid. Choose 2 creatures you can see within range that are within 5 feet of each other. Target
Okay.
must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6.
Well, they're very high in dex, so that's probably not gonna work. But like this dude here, but it's more for show anyway.
Is it like these 2 next to each other up here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Number 1 makes a dexterity saving throw, succeeds. Number 2 makes a dexterity saving throw and succeeds.
They're incredibly dexterous. Yeah. It's okay. It's mostly for show.
Yeah, it's like there's a thing in Catholic churches with like the holy water that like sprays out the aspergillum or whatever. That's big aspergill. It's like that with acid.
Yeah, but with acid. Yeah.
Like
It's
doom.
more like vinegar
Doom.
spray, really? Yeah, okay. Bronze, I think I'd like to ask you to make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
So like your deception was very successful. So like the people who you wanted to hear your words heard them, and the people who you wanted not to didn't recognize what you were doing.
Okay.
Now the persuasion roll would be like, how actually persuasive are you?
Okay.
Handling this. Yeah. Oh, damn.
I have
Yeah.
good rolls today. Yay.
Okay. Roll 1d6, Bronze,
Okay.
for the number of people who listen. Oh, shit.
Sorry, I never have good rolls. I'm just so excited.
You're crushing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, these 5 are like ready to leave, basically. Except for this one right here, who's like, you can see the bloodlust in his well-fed eyes. Sarek, what do you do?
I would like to go, run out, and defend, like, stand next to and sort of, like, hold a shield out for our dear friend.
Mm-hmm.
And, like,
Lock.
yeah, like, go up to, like, maybe in front of Locke and put my shield down, like, bro, I got you.
Yeah, you can, like, double move up to this location or something like that. Yeah.
Sure, I think that's the plan, is I just want to, like, be up with him.
Yeah, awesome. Roll me a persuasion roll.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah. I should have asked like for like a disguise self roll or something like that. You
Yeah,
rolled a 3, which is pretty terrible. You like roll up with like your armor like all bunched up around like your waist and like hanging off one shoulder and like pulling on the pants as you run, and you're like, I got you, bro. And he turns around and he looks at you and says, who the hell are you? And then
No, Steven, can beggars really be choosers in this scenario? Is this guy really going to die and be like, you're not my friend? Kill me. Like, what? I don't know. I feel like you're going to have to take it here.
I was just about to say.
Okay.
Like,
You know,
you can't,
I don't know.
Maybe
Can
afterwards
that
you can
help at all? Is that am I off base there at all?
it's not like he's like aggressive to Jesse. It's that like
all right.
What y'all are trying to do is you're trying to put on the armor of Knights of Astafon and look like Knights of Astafon. Jesse has not managed to do that yet.
I do still have a purple robe and my patrician's headgear on.
He doesn't look military.
I'm not taking that off.
This might be a we can talk about this later scenario.
Yeah, I'm not like, I don't think it matters so much that he's going to be like, I reject your extension of help.
You can't
I'm going to
reject me,
attack
I
you
reject
instead
you.
of these resistance fighters.
No.
I think it's more like he's like, who the hell are you? That's
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So this first dust resistance fighter who's still in front of the Knight of Astafon. Let's see. He's gonna strike out with his scimitar. Whoa. Hitting, I think. Pretty sure. What am I looking at? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, totally. Dealing a mighty 3 slashing damage. Nice. And then all the others just go running away. So this one just goes, okay. Wait, they have different accents. Yep, this one's running this way. This one hops over into the pig pen, which is like open, runs off over here. Yep. Cool. Okay. So that's all of them. Kairos, what do you do?
So I realized I cannot get up and cast a spell. I have to double move. So I'm going to double move up to between Sarek and Locke.
Cool.
So right here.
Yep, totally.
I say,
Awesome.
don't worry, the cavalry's here.
Nice. The last dust resistance fighter runs away, and then we're back around to Aya.
Yeah.
Now that you've managed to like make everybody run by convincing them that it's in their best interests, and also you're, pulling something clever, what do you do?
Should I worry about this last dude? What is this last dude doing?
The one in front of Locke?
Yeah.
Oh, he's totally fighting Locke. You can see like the bloodlust in his eyes. He's like, freedom for the town of servitude.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hurt him. I'm just gonna like send a cloud of fleas his way. Just like itchy fleas from the pig pen.
Oh wow, yeah, awesome. Constitution save. Oh no!
What?
You send like a cloud of fleas from the pig pen, and they like jump onto him, and then you see like the fleas that are on him like.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They fight.
There's like this cloud of fleas. He looks like Pigpen for a little bit. Well, this is happening like right in front of you.
I see. As I see the flea battle.
Yeah.
God, what the hell would I do when I saw Sarek like, nopes, like, and just like turns around and walks away. This guy's not buying it. I'm just gonna go like move back several paces, like to here, and just not.
Are you gonna try to use your patrician's scepter on the Knight of Aston? On Locke?
No, not like we're here to help him. That's part one of our plan. We help him, and then when things have calmed down, then I get him.
Yeah, Pigpen jumps at Locke like kitchen butcher knife scimitar slashing again. You can see that he like sees the victory in his eyes, and it just clangs off of Locke's armor. Oh, I should roll for Locke as well. Let's do that. Knight of Astafon, 3rd class. Oh yeah, 11. Cool. Very nice. Locke realizes he has a job to do, and then like slashes out again twice with the scimitar. Wow, just totally failing, and then stabbing the dagger into the neck of the knight of the dust resistance fighter. 4 damage. Very nice. Kairos, you see all of this go down in front of you. What do you do?
It looks like we're not. I looked at the group. It looks like we're not here to kill resistance fighters.
Yeah, we're trying to disperse them as best we can, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you have to, you have to, I guess.
I'm going to go up and I'm going to do non-lethal damage to the guy. I'm going to hit up and just hit him in the back of the head so he falls into the pig pen, all like cinematically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Armoros. I don't have initiative for you. We've missed.
I rolled it.
Classic Armoros.
Yeah, you rolled a 17. Okay, let's.
So he should have gone.
Armoros goes. Yeah, Armor. Yeah.
We'll bring you in here. Let's make sure that happens.
Yeah.
Jeff
Larger than life.
Sitting there patiently, like
add turn 17.
One day they'll get to me, but that day never came.
He's very, very patient, assured that
you're
it would
like
happen.
that cute dog that waits for its owner to come back, but like it never does, and the dog it's like that comic, and it just sits there and it's sad, and the dog's like, one day he'll be back. But never happens.
It's Futurama.
Yeah. Oh my God, no! That's so sad.
Forever, I will wait for you. Yeah,
that's Jeff.
So I think it's Armoros' turn then instead of me.
I think so. Armoros, tell me, what are you doing?
Still having a little bit of an existential crisis. Armoros is gonna like hold action attack, I guess. If
like if anybody comes close to you, sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Your brother never prepared you for this, did he?
Time traveling, body switching, throwing him off a little bit.
My brother always said, if you ever time travel and body switch, definitely don't mess with the past.
Solid advice.
Right.
That's a smart brother.
Kairos, we're back around to you. There's this one resistance fighter who's just like really aggressive. You could take him out non-lethally.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It seems like no one else is up to the task, so I will hit him in the back of the javelin, just pump, and hopefully he falls falls into the pig pen through the fence. Ideally, it's not a sacred javelin; it's a regular javelin strike. 21.
Oh yeah,
for 5. Bludgeoning because I'm hitting in the back of the head. But yeah,
yep, of course. Now you just like bludgeon him and then like bull rush him over into the pig pen.
Yeah.
A pig comes wandering over and just sort of like starts munching on his hair, just like.
That's fine.
Yeah. Awesome. Very good. Okay, so like the immediate threat has passed. Y'all are here with Locke. He turns around and he says, "Oh, thank you, brothers. Wait, what?" And then you also notice at this moment in time, the speaker for Astafon slashes with one of her like semi-ethereal scimitars, or not scimitars, but
sickles.
Yeah. And you see like just a spray of arterial blood from Noble Ibles up on the platform that's over here. We can even this map and background platform. Yeah, the platform right about here. Oh wait. Nope, gotta draw the shapes.
Gotta draw the shapes.
Here's the platform.
Perfect.
She looks like she's having some trouble. Aya, it's your turn. What are you going to do in response to this development? So you've got Locke right in front of you. He's grateful to you for saving his life, but you can tell that he's a little bit weirded out by your current appearance, and especially Sarek. And also, it looks like Nobly Blessed is having some serious trouble.
Okay. I'm gonna trust Sarek to deal with Locke because we kind of I'm pretty sure he can handle it. He's good at hoodwinking people. And I'm going to move. Let's see, how far can I move? Oh yeah, I could get all the way up there, couldn't I?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm going to. Are these people? Are these people all engaged in combat around the platform?
Yeah, I think there's like it's sort of a seething crowd, right? There's more people here than I've actually put on the map. There's like civilians sort of like running and screaming or milling about. People are starting to try to run out of this town square area, but like the entrance points are sort of choke points. People are having a hard time getting out. There are other knights that are sort of forming like police barricade lines and like trapping people in. It's quite chaotic.
Okay. I'm trying to scroll up. I think I have one dose on my
of your poison,
of my knockout poison.
Yeah.
But I don't want to cheat, so I'm like trying to scroll and find it.
Definitely there's at least one dose left. In fact, I think there's at least 2 doses left. So I'm happy to use one just like
Okay.
So in that, 4 of you had 8 doses. I think you used at least 4, if not more.
I'm going to run up here. Oh gosh, that's not. I'm gonna run up here, leap up onto the platform, and then just very deftly, very sneakily almost. I want to say, like a sleight of hand type of deal. Look like I'm slashing her, like in a really lethal fashion, but really just like.
Graze.
Because she's already covered in blood, right? So this should be easy.
Yeah.
Like come up behind her and just like kind of jab her very lightly with the paralysis coated dagger that I had, but make it look like cut a little bit, but then just drag the knife across the rest of it without actually cutting her skin.
Yeah. Now, I think you're far enough away that you can't get there and also attack. Your move speed is 30, right?
Why don't I have that written down?
Yeah, you're a human. Yeah, human speed is 30.
You could. No, you can't go through the pig pen either.
Yep, even through the big pen isn't quite fast enough. So you could do a thing like move up to here and then take like the hide action down below the pen and then like leap up and do a surprise attack next turn would give you advantage on your attack.
Yeah, or I could chuck the knife.
Yep, absolutely. You absolutely could. You could try to make it look like you're throwing it at the speaker fast.
I could make it try to look like I'm throwing it at her chest, but maybe I strategically hit it so it hits in a non-lethal spot.
What's your dexterity?
And then hopefully the paralysis will work and she'll immediately go down and I'll look like I fucking murdered her.
Crushed it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna chuck my boot knife at Nobly Bless.
Okay.
All
right. So your boot knife probably has a range of 20, 60. So you'll probably want to move a little bit closer so that you're at least, 20.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna move right up there. Wait, I can move there, right?
Yep, totally.
Yeah. I'm gonna move right up there and be and yell out Speaker, I come to your aid, and then just chuck this boot knife.
Yeah, awesome.
At her back.
Question before you do this.
Yeah.
Dressed as the knights, are we supposed to be aiding the speaker?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't want Nobly Blessed to die.
Right.
So I'm going to try to paralyze her. And that way we can come to the speaker's rescue and establish our cover as real knights.
Okay.
But the only other way is to murder Nobly Blessed, which we might get in trouble for.
Good luck.
Okay.
All right. You're running up and shout.
I want to shout the part where Speaker, I come to your aid after the dagger is flung.
Yeah. Totally.
Please paralysis poison work. It didn't work for me at all last time.
It's true.
All right.
Roll the attack.
Oh, you don't have
Lord.
inspiration or anything, right?
No.
No.
Like, would this count as like a sneaky kind of thing though? Like she's not facing me
No.
and she's engaged, you know.
No.
She's
No.
maybe I should just
No.
Eldritch blast her off the platform and be done with it. I don't know what my aim is like. Okay, let's just try it. I don't know.
Hey,
It hits?
you hit. You see your dagger like flash towards her, and you see it turn slightly ethereal as it like gets close to her, and then you see it thud into her shoulder. Roll your damage.
Ooh.
6 damage. Damn. All right, awesome. Let's see. This is a DC 16.
Down, girl.
Oh my god. DC 16 is like hard to make. Please.
That's hard.
Steven rolls are the worst.
I don't know what happened last time. I was rolling like straight 16s for these con saves last time. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh! She fails. So you see your dagger just like flash into her shoulder. Like you sort of made it look like you were aiming for her heart, but it just goes a little bit too high. It enters her shoulder, and she just like collapses. And this like ethereal sort of like phase shift ends.
Hmm.
Give me a deception roll to see how convincing you were. With advantage, because yeah, absolutely. 18 is great. Yeah, I think the speaker looks down and like you see like blood dripping off of one of her scimitars, and she says, "Knights, retreat! Retreat!" And she like waves and like gestures to the rest of the knights that are fighting and battling the groups. And you can see her starting to like fall back, and a group of knights step forwards from behind the platform, sort of like forming a cordon around her to try to protect her.
I can't believe that worked.
Locke looks at you, Kairos, who you're one of the Legion, and he says, "Oh, I didn't realize we had some of the Legion here to help us out with crowd control. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I suppose we'd better leave."
Bronze, get your shit together.
Yeah,
I roll my eyes. I make sure my helmet is down as I look away and smirk. And I say, "Yeah, sounds good." Like as little as I can, because I'm not a good liar.
So, like, Sarek and Armoros, are the two of you just like falling in line with the rest of the Knights of Astafon and helping cover the retreat?
I want to like use my scepter on this dude so he doesn't bring anything up to anyone as we go back.
Okay, awesome. So you pull out your patrician scepter.
Yes.
Cool. And what's the way that it works? It has 3 charges. You can spend a charge to cast Charm Person.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend a charge to make it affect more people, and you can spend a charge to make the target not remember.
Yes.
And you can spend a charge to give the target disadvantage on their save.
I want to spend a charge to give him disadvantage. I want to spend a charge to convince him that we are actually friends.
Very cool. Okay, so yeah, you cast Charm Person, and he gets a Wisdom saving throw in response to that. Right?
Disadvantage.
What do I
Wisdom.
Yes.
Come on, dummy.
Do you have written down the DC of the saving throw?
I do somewhere. Yes. Hold on. I'm gonna probably have to move stuff out of the way. I did have it written down. What did I do with it? Did I put it in my stuff? Hold on. It might be in my other folder of stuff.
I've probably got it written down somewhere as well.
Yeah, I don't remember the. It's very low though, like really low.
See, it's like 7.
Like RD1.
No, you want it to be really, really high.
What?
It's really high. It's super high. The DC for the saving throw.
Oh, I thought you meant the total dice he got. But yeah, no, it's like 85.
That's incorrect.
It's like 104. It's really tough. It's tough to do. He can't do it.
Yeah, Charm Person as a first level spell. Inflict disadvantage, prevent the target from realizing, increase the spell level of the spell cast by 1. Yes, I think it's a 13.
Disadvantage. He can't do it. He's an idiot.
With disadvantage, it's pretty tough.
He can't do it. He's stupid. He's a dum-dum.
Hey.
Nice.
He rolled a 6. What does it look like when you use this?
I hold it out, and I'm like, friend, it's me, Aristotle, your friend, your fellow chum, and this is Socrates, and over there, a fine female friend, that's Plato. We're all part of the guard with you. Why don't you recognize us?
Yeah, you see him like blink bleary-eyed. He says, "Yes, Aristotle, I think we had better get back to the palace. Seems like the area here has gotten pretty hot."
Agreed. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, okay.
I look over at Armros and just like wink. It's like, we did it. Wink.
What's my name?
Armros /
Why do I get a name?
You're Kairos because you didn't want to be a part of this thing. You're just from the Legion, so you're Kairos from the Legion.
Oh, I don't get to be.
I think it's Byros or something.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Pseudonym.
Look, part of being the analyst for the Legion is that I know a lot about philosophy.
Sorry,
I would love to be a Pyrrhic philosopher.
Nope, you're Byros.
I really like Anisodemos.
Nope,
Byros. I think Ataraxia
Nope.
has a lot of cool. Okay.
Don't make me use this scepter on you.
Okay.
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Got
him.
Fucking got me. Oof.
Amazing. Yeah, okay. So the four of you fall in line with Locke and like join a shield wall protecting the speaker of Astafon as you fall back along the streets of servitude until you reach sort of like this this large gateway that leads through the walls and into like the bell tower area, whereupon you continue falling backwards towards the moat around the palace compound itself. And would the four of you roll? Let me see what kind of roll I can ask for this.
Well, yeah.
Definitely.
Sounds like you got this, but if you want to like ask us what's going on and maybe we could help you out.
Would the four of you roll Constitution saving throws?
Constitution?
Sure. What's going on? AK, that's Eric's flag to be like, hey, I want to get advantage here, but I want context.
Armor's killing it.
Sometimes I ask for rolls, not so much because it's like an actual mechanic, so much as I'm trying to see how well or poorly things are going for you generally.
Sure.
So this is like how you have managed the fighting retreat. So like,
oh, okay.
Can you convince me that that Kairos deserves
fighting retreats is like what the Legion's known for?
It kind of is, isn't it?
We're like the patron mercenary company of lost causes, so like hell yeah.
I'm happy to give you advantage on this roll, Kairos.
Awesome.
Armorous with that double 23.
Okay, whatever.
Wow, you guys must not be very good.
I hate dice.
Paige was saying of sucking, more like it.
Yeah.
Nostra dumbass.
Yes, and Aya, give me a roll as well.
Patron saint of Bronze League.
Got him.
Ta-da. Okay, yes. Yeah, so I think Sarek, Armoros, and Locke are able to like lock shields and fight backwards and like trade positions back with other guards. Aya and Kairos, what is it about this retreat that has the two of you so disjointed and so like disconnected from your comrades.
If you don't mind, I think I have it.
Yeah.
Aya, you're just so bad, and I'm doing my fucking damnness to like cover it.
No.
Okay.
I think I actually know exactly what's happened.
Sure.
Okay?
That you're even worse.
Kairos is bloodthirsty, and he won't stopping to punch people in the mouth or some shit because you know he's 501st or whatever, and that's what they do. And me, the speaker has like taken me as her personal bodyguard now because she locked eyes with me and was like, retreat, and I'm like looking at everybody else, and she's like, come on, and I'm like trying to like look at everybody else, but I've separated because I'm like now
absolutely
answerable to her.
She's like, you're with me, the rest of you cover our retreat.
So I'm like looking at everybody like, what do I do? And also like following her and also like, what do I do? Like across the pig pen.
Yeah, awesome.
And I'm watching you all be like, oh, we've got to go, and I'm like, what the hell?
Don't
Locke
worry,
is
calm
like,
down.
let's discuss the philosophy of warfare and the disparity between the rich and the poor.
What is wrong with him?
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so you eventually fall all the way back to the palace compound, and y'all, it is impressive. It's much larger up close than it looks from a distance, and from a distance, it looks massive. I think as you leave this gate area next to the bell tower, like someone up in the bell tower starts ringing the bells as you retreat through the gate, and Kairos, maybe you're at like the back line defending the very tail end of the retreat in this narrow passageway, like as dust resistance fighters sort of like throw themselves against the line that you're holding with other knights of Astafon. Of course, Armoros, my interpretation of this is that you're trying to like turn your blows as much as possible in order to deal non-lethal damage as often as you can, right? Yeah. Cool. And maybe are you the sort of person who would even try to foul his comrades' strikes in order to like...
No.
just a hard no.
No.
Okay, cool.
Foul my comrade strikes, no.
All right.
Nice. Yeah, and you make your way back to the palace compound, and let's see. Yes. You head in, and there's like a number of twists and turns through the broad corridors of the palace on your way to the palace barracks. Inside here, people relax. They let down their guard. They sheathe their weapons. They put their shields on their back. They start making casual conversation. Locke is completely convinced. You all are like bosom buddies, comrades for life. I think probably he hasn't really even noticed that Demosthenes, Calvin, and Hobbes are missing. It was kind of chaotic. It's possible that everybody just got separated. But now that you're back here, you're surrounded by palatial walls of gold-colored sandstone inside of a massive interior space that's laid out like a military camp with like literal tents inside of this area. The walls are lit by sunstones, large like clusters of crystal that shine with the golden red light of the sun. Aya, give me an Arcana check. Just to tell me how much you're able to like intuit by just glancing at these things. Yeah, these are like magical conduits directly to the surface of the sun that are communicating light and heat and warmth into the space. There are tents, cook fires, horses in here, like an armorer working out the kinks in like people's armor that they drop off in order to like have their armor refurbished. And hanging under the arched ceiling inside of here is a roiling portal of magic that allows for a mystical view of the sky overhead. So you can sort of tell that like the arches of the ceiling continue on beyond this like viewing portal, but you can actually see the sky above.
We've seen Harry Potter. We get how it works.
Yeah, that's exactly the way that it works. Yes, that's the mental image.
Can we determine how, or I guess not only how to get out of here,
yeah,
like where the various exit are before we even come up with a strategy? Like, what are our ways of getting out of this area?
So like, you're in the palace. It seems clear that there's like some sort of like Knights of Astafon quarter of the palace, which the barracks is a part of. You don't have a good understanding of the layout of the palace, but there are a number of exits. So like, if you'd like to do some sort of gather information roll or something like that to try to like schmooze your way into talking about like, oh yeah, like the bathrooms. Hey, where are those? No, not those ones. The good ones. You know, the good.
I'd rather do something like try to have like one of those, you know, like spread out a map and be like, oh, how did these people get to this, you know, like, but also at the same time, there's just another map that's also open that is of the palace grounds. So while I'm like, they were here and we saw them here, I'm trying to explain to the other knights like, oh, well, this is where all the different camps and all the different factions were that we saw.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm also like, by the way, what is going on with this palace? I'm trying to figure that out too.
Yeah. So I think like there's a Knight of Astafon second class who's, you know, obviously at some sort of command tent, like outside. He's got like a large scale map, like inscribed on the ground. Like maybe it's some sort of like large hide that's stretched out and like pinned to the ground with like pythons or something like that. And he's looking down at it and like rubbing his chin. The Knights of Astafon second class, by the way, let me describe for you what they look like.
Yeah.
Yes, he wears scale mail made of white ceramic tiles, and over his face he wears a burnished bronze cherub face mask, its face turned in a scowl of extreme anger. He wears a short sword at his hip and has a small shield across his back, but he holds a great recurved bow carved out of pale wood, and a quiver of arrows pokes up.
Oh, so just like the lady from before.
Yeah, like Moraine that you met at the Temple to Cornet. Yeah, his standing over top of the of this map on the ground, and he's like, wait. Yeah, his name is Asher, and he's saying, how could this happen? Ziz, what happened in the courtyard there? We've had a number of these speaking events in the past, and we've never seen aggression like this. And is that when you barge in, Sarek?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm just like, sir, it was a planned attack. I have the information. Where we were stationed, we heard whispers. And when we tried to stop them, they attacked us before the initial fight. And I just like, give them everything. I'm like telling them everything that I heard and saw.
Awesome. Give me a deception roll.
Oh, I will. No one believes me? Come on now.
Yeah, so I think Asher is like, he looks up and he scowls. You like see his eyes burn with anger behind this angry cherub mask, and he says, "You there?
Angry
You're one of those philosophers, aren't you? Get over there and muck out the latrine, soldier."
Son of a bitch.
Am I still with the speaker at all?
Yeah, I think the speaker for Astafon has like taken you under her wing and is just sort of like exhaustedly trudging through.
Could I maybe leverage that? Like, because I still see them, right?
Yes.
Okay. So could I maybe like, you know, while I have her ear, helping her with her skirts, elbowing other soldiers, like, don't step on her train. What the hell are you doing? You know, because she likes me. Just kind of be like, ma'am, I have some very important information regarding the resistance forces. Those three there have information that could be valuable to us. I think they saw some of the rebel activity before it happened.
So Asher just yells like, "Go muck out that latrine," and then you hear the speaker, like her voice is just incredibly commanding. It rolls out and like penetrates through all of the hubbub and bustle of the barracks area. Even like the horses quiet down and they're like, "Nay." She says, "Silence!" And then she yells out, "Asher, the knight in front of you. Send him over here. And make sure he brings his comrades with him.
Oh, God. Okay.
That's fine, right, guys? You don't want to muck out stalls, do you?
No, I'm in. All right.
Does this get us closer to our objective?
Yeah. Yeah, she's the speaker. Otherwise we're going to have to like sneak off and disobey orders. With this, we could probably use the speaker to get straight to the king.
What is a speaker?
I thought we could.
I'm assuming she's like the mouth of Sauron. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming like we can use her to get directly to the king. So she can help us cut through the garbage. Because otherwise we're common foot soldiers. We're never going to get an audience with a king. We're going to be cleaning bathrooms.
Speaking is more important than soldiering.
Yes, I would say so.
I can't clean the latrine. Oh, I've got to go
What's
with
that
my friend. Sorry. I'll get it next time. And I hand the bucket and brush to Phanosthenes or what the hell his damn name is. And I'm just like...
Locke.
Locke, whatever.
Balakanes.
Here you go, brother. He wants you to clean the latrine. And then I walk away. Yeah. So I give Locke the thing.
Yeah. Asher puts a hand on Locke's shoulder and says, "Give them to me." And then he takes the bucket and the brush and he like looks back at you, Aristotle, and he says, "Aristotle, this brush will be waiting for you when you get back. You're not going to get any sleep tonight. And those latrines are going to be clean enough for me to eat off of."
Yeah.
Sark, like...
Why would he eat off the latrine?
Asher yells, "It's a figure of speech!"
Oh yeah, Sark is
out.
out.
Like a number of the other knights just sort of like chuckling behind their bronze masks. Yeah, so like you're striding through the hallways, following the speaker for Astafon to wherever she's leading you. You're just sort of like roaming along with her. Do the four of you use this opportunity to like try to get any information from her or what?
She's not going to listen to any of us but you, Aya. We're just along for the ride.
How powerful is a speaker in terms of range?
She seems like a very powerful speaker.
Stumbling along behind her, I'm going to be like, are we going to report back to the king?
Yeah, I guess she sort of sighs and says, "I am certain that Astafon will want to hear of this, perhaps at the next Council of the Wise. But before then, I need a hot bath, rose petals on the water, some scented oils in my hair. I need a collection of secure guards who can guard my chambers while I relieve myself of these stresses of this day. It was tiring."
We have to guard her while she bathes?
She nods and says, "Yes, you have interpreted your task.
Not everything is a threesome, Maya.
I didn't say that.
I was hoping, but
Why
okay.
would you say that, Armor House? I don't even know what that is. I only believe in twosomes. Ma'am, out of curiosity, and maybe I'm speaking out of turn, and please stop me if I am. What did you hope to accomplish with the address today? And
stop. She says, "It's all right. I just get so disappointed with the Knights of Astafon who don't understand the larger mission of our relationship with the town of Servitude. But it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Which
It's just who you are.
Can you explain it to us?
It's just your brain small.
Form in society leaves you blind to these needs."
I'm very blind. Tell me.
She says, "Oh, I would tell you if I could, if but the words would enter your ears and fill your brain with understanding, I would tell you of the need. And she starts like expounding. You can tell she's just like really like fiery and impassioned. The need for order, for people to live in the proper place that they have in society, the need for leaders of the world to step forwards and lead, and the need for the workers of the world to submit and labor for the benefit of those who can drive humanity to their greater destiny. But you would not understand, no.
Oh, actually, I totally get it. Really.
Yes, I understand as well.
Yeah, some of us are born leaders and some of us are born to scrub latrines, you know?
Exactly. Some of us are wolves and some of us are sheep.
Oh my gosh.
Eat of me.
Some of us are rabbits and some of us are bears and some of us can turn into all of the above.
No, none of us are rabbits and none of us are bears. Only some of us are sheep and some of us are wolves. This is why I never talk about this with anybody at least or lower.
But ma'am, don't you think that in order to keep the prey happy, that the wolf must maybe not upset it to the point that
she's having a stroke? Please be patient.
No longer. One does not want a rabbit uprising when one is a wolf.
The hierarchies must be maintained.
She like speaks super patronizingly. She's like, "You're so wise. If only we had some sort of position or symbol that allowed the rabbits to feel like maybe they too one day could also be a wolf, not a real wolf, but like a wolf cub,
like a patrician
of the rabbits, the patrician of the rabbits." And so today we took our opportunity to admire and raise up into immortality the previous patrician, Zarathustra, or whatever the hell his name was. I don't even remember. He's not very important. But those people, they just seem to eat it up when they think that we care.
Oh, you're so right. We should definitely get you relaxed and in a hot bath and give you some oils and things.
Because it's clearly working.
Oh, you work so very hard. We should definitely help you.
But we have very sensitive information, and
no, Aya, no.
Oh,
no. Let's help her into the bath.
You're probably right. The oils and the
very important.
We'll have Armoros give her a nice little shoulder massage. He gives great ones. He's got these firm little hands.
Oh, they're so firm. They're just
You're going to be feeling right as rain.
Oh, yes. You need to relax.
No. I could never ask a knight of Astafon to give me a massage. There are people who are born to wield the sword, and there are people who are born to wield the massage oil.
Like an orc? Are orcs born to do that? Because we got one of those. He's not even a knight.
She looks at Byros. She says, and there are people who are born to participate in endless military campaigns as a mercenary.
Shall we go get you someone then who can massage you while you take your bath?
No, thank you. I will retreat to my rooms. But tell me, you said you had information about this uprising.
Yes.
Yeah, just to like set the scene, you're walking through like nicer and nicer halls. The stone is polished and burnished and like inlaid with gold, and the sunstone crystals are no longer like rough cut. Now they're like finely faceted, set like directly into the walls with like inscriptions around the edge of it. Let me see if I can like read you what the inscription might say. Yes. Yeah, Astafon, hallowed be thy name, thy visage holy, thy works raised to the sun's loving gaze. Bear witness upon your holy servants. That sort of thing.
Okay. Yes, I intercepted some intelligence.
please, give me this information so that I may convey it to the king when next I see him.
Well, see, that's the thing. I can't. Because the words are written on the scroll. And an old crone in the village told me that the words will only reveal themselves to the king. See, it's blank. And if I let go of it at any point, it will burst into flames. So I really have to deliver it to his eyes only. See, it looks blank to you. It looks blank to me. It's a conundrum. That's why I'm so eager to get to him. But you keep wanting to take your bath, and
going to have to roll a deception check to see if Aya is presenting this more convincingly than Bronze is.
Yeah, of course. Well, I actually have like a full forgery kit. So
shit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like I'm gonna say that while we were walking, I definitely like put my little signet ring in it, and it has like some wax on it and everything,
Awesome.
but it's also completely blank because obviously I didn't have a chance to write anything on it.
Yeah, totally.
Uh-huh.
Give
And
me
then
a
I'll
deception roll with advantage.
ha!
Yeah.
Roll today.
I am on a roll today.
This is amazing. This is yes, it is a moon letter scroll. I understand. The old crone in the village, she always did use the moon letters.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell she's like sort of
She's
making
bluffing. She's
she's absolutely yes. She doesn't want to feel like she knows less than you do, so she's like pretending she knows more.
Yeah.
Yeah. She nods. She says, yes. Well, wait. That woman who attacked me.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, right? You saved me.
Yeah,
You saved me
of
from
course.
her.
Yeah.
Where is she?
I don't know. I was so concerned with helping you escape and ensuring your safety. I did not cast that useless cur a single thought, a spare thought.
Indeed. No. I was so focused on making sure that the king's noble knights were able to get out of that situation with all of their lives intact, that I also did not spare that useless cur a single thought. But trust me when I say, knights such as yourself, even ones in possession of dire information for the king, cannot so easily secure an audience. Perhaps if we had brought back the body of that heinous assaulter, we would be able to secure you an audience in the garden, in the moon garden, as he takes his stroll.
Yes,
but
his
without that, I
nightly
don't think
stroll.
I can you.
His nightly stroll in the moon garden around dinner, right? I've heard
Around midnight, not dinner.
Oh, I eat late.
You know so little about the king and his habits.
I'm gonna like make eye contact with Sarek and be like, midnight garden.
Yeah,
like,
no.
yeah, telepathically be like, we don't need her. We could just go to the garden at midnight.
Oh, heads up. I've been planning to kill her the entire time. I want her to go take a bath so I can drown her. I, as a proud member of the hierarchy of we do not like these people at all. If I get to kill one of these nobles, I'm gonna do
whatever.
it. So yeah,
I just want info so we can figure out where to.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now we have the info. So I make contact like we don't need her anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I'm like, good. Oh yeah, let's drown her.
She reaches like a large, impressive door that's like inscribed with like bathing nymphs. And she says, "At last, my chambers. Listen to me, my noble knights, my fearless defenders, my Black Company mercenary, who I'm certain King Astafon signed on at some point or another.
The Legion is totally different. No trademark from Glenn Cook at all.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, my Fuligen Association. Yeah, she says, please, if you would be so kind as to guard my door. If you can bring back to me the head of that evil woman who so cruelly accosted me on the platform, then I can very easily organize an audience with King Astafon in the garden and smooth your path, perhaps, open some doors for you, even secure advancement. How would you like perhaps to be Knights of Astafon second class?
It's everything I've ever wanted.
Maybe one day I'll be third class.
Oh, if you're lucky.
She just like looks at you in confusion and says, very well.
I don't know anything about the military ranks. I could have lied, but I wouldn't know.
She says, if you bring me her head, I will orchestrate a meeting between you and the king. Otherwise, we will have to see what we can do. I cannot make any promises, but I will try to do my best. This is important information he needs, after all. Farewell. And then she opens the doors, and you see like sumptuous chambers with like silks and like an entire buffet table of like fresh fruits, like dripping with dew, chilled from like spells inlaid into the wood. Sunstones lighting up the entire room in a gentle evening glow. And she closes the doors behind her.
Have I seen enough of that room to know what's like? I have the layout. Can I like give a little like boop, like a little sneak?
Give
layout?
me an insight check.
Oh, I will.
No, give me a perception check. Yeah.
He has that investigation thing, doesn't he? Can he like do that?
Yeah.
Does that give him advantage?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, do you have some sort of special? You do have some sort of special investigation thingy.
I do.
Master deduction. I don't know. Whatever your subclass rogue.
Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah. You've got eye for detail. So yeah, what do you want to know about this room? Like, you rolled a 17, which is great.
Basically, I want to know. Look, my plan's still the same, except now I want I to go in and just like have her skull in a bag and be like, "We got the head." And then I sneak in with her as she goes in, and then I just, as they conversate, I drown this lady in a bathtub because I am going to kill her. It's just going to happen.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. So you're just going to, like, bust it.
No. As Aya goes to, like, deliver her skull in a bag, and it's like, we have the head, I'm going to, like... do like sneaking behind her and then go around the outside like yeah, because she's gonna be in the bath doing her thing, and so when I goes in to talk, I'm gonna be like in the steam shadows, and I'm come up behind her and
ready,
and then I'm gonna get her ass. Yeah, that's my plan.
Yeah. So are y'all gonna like just wait a while and then knock on the door and be like, we got the head?
I think we all could use a short rest, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, like
Totally.
we can
Yeah,
short
can
rest
we
outside.
like? I wish we could hang out in her room and eat some of that fruit and chill.
Well, here's the thing: when she's dead, we can, because that's the
I mean, we
plan.
could kill her and hang out in her room. It's like the safest place. No one's gonna go in
no
there.
one's gonna come bug her. No one wants to
Let's
talk
do
to her.
that. Let's
Yeah.
murder her and then eat her fruit.
She deserves it because she's a pain in the ass. That whole speech sealed the deal. Let's get rid of her.
I'm down.
Can't argue with that logic.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
like open the door and be like, I have a great idea for how to present the skull to the king, and pull out my gold skull and be like, why present a normal skull? This is to a man that cheated me in a game of cards a few years ago. I think we should, and I'm just gonna use that as a wedge to like help us get in the room, and like so we can shut the doors behind us. Or we have an excuse to enter.
I think y'all wanted to maybe take a short rest, right?
I think we're gonna do it after we murder her, because then we
Yeah.
have like a secure place to rest. Her room.
Hang on. When the DM asks if you want to take a short rest before you do a fight, you don't.
Oh,
argue.
she's like crazy
it
powerful, isn't she?
Yeah.
But where would we rest?
Just
I guess
Derek-
I think that's where I'm like
Just
having
like-
a
out here.
Advice for guys. The DM like, you guys want to power up before this? And so we're like, nah, fuck it, we got it.
We're good.
Let's just
YOLO.
jump in on this shit.
I like how we're just assuming. I don't know. I just had endless faith in Sarek. I'm like, yeah, he'll just go up there and slit her throat, and it'll
She
be
did
over.
become like corporeal or some BS, and it's possible that we could fail. But what
Okay,
if we just
let's
drowned
rest
her?
then.
What if I just held her head underwater until she stopped moving? And
Anyway, Steve, this goes on for a while, but yes, we take the short break. And then
Okay, yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, yeah, like you can hang out in the hallway, relax,
Mm-hmm.
breathe. Like, you know, you hear the sound of like fine wines being poured and then consumed enthusiastically, and you know, ripe grapes being devoured. And
We can hear that outside the door.
Yeah,
She
totally.
is
How
a
juicy
drinker.
are these grapes?
Oh my god, feed them into my other holes.
Oh, it
Wow,
just
too
makes
far.
me even
Too
more
far.
angry.
That's
the
not
more
far enough as far
the
as
more I hear, the more I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna kill her. Oh, I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna.
now that
oh,
we've taken a
man.
10-minute break, it's the plan to go in there and kill her, just straight up.
Hold on, let me spend some hit dice.
I'm gonna sneak in.
Oh, that's right. I have to actually pay for this, don't I?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I just maxed myself out. Let me. Here's 1 hit dice. 1d10
Oh.
plus.
2. Come on, game.
Hold on. Okay, so you analyzed the room, right, Jesse?
Yes.
Did you notice any sort of like emergency bell or like anything like?
No, I
press
did
the red
not. I
button?
did not. It wasn't there. There wasn't one at all.
Oh, that's
Oh,
actually
but
9.
you did notice the emergency bell.
It's
All
plus
right,
your
well-
constitution, right, Steven?
See-
Not level.
Yes, it is.
Number 1, disable. You got to disable the bell.
Absolutely. Oh, that's my first thing is
Literally.
is I will go try to disable the bell while Aya goes in is like, we found this thing. And so because I need to distract her so I have advantage, and then I'm gonna be like, snip snip.
Can
Just
I
do that,
go
7
invisible?
extra.
Is that something you can do?
Can I go invisible?
Can you?
Yes,
Yeah. Can anyone go invisible?
Mm-mm.
Do you have fog
I
cloud?
got you, Jack.
Mm-mm.
Shit. Okay,
All
so
that
then we
stuff
can't be
was the
completely
character
invisible.
you are
All right.
replacing today.
Yeah, I'm not Enkara.
Yikes.
No, the plan's just to open the door under the guise of friendship, walk up to her, and I will.
Yeah, I'm great at
Start
selling
stabbing.
things, guys. I used to do it for years.
Yeah, no, Armros, don't kill yet.
Yeah,
If I
could
fail,
sell
then
ice
kill. Then Armros smash.
to ice trolls.
Yeah.
So disable the alarm. Number
Mhm.
1. Number 2, kill.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll
That's the
figure it
plan.
out after that. Yeah.
Okay.
Simple.
Nice.
All right. That's just a good order of priorities. Right.
Fantastic. I think we should take a 5-minute break here, and then we should move forwards to the murderation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sunfall Cycle. Let's jump into only good things. Only
Only good
positive
things.
thoughts and actions and intentions.
Only good.
Yeah. Only good.
Murder.
hmm
Okay, so Sarek, you were able to identify that there was like an alarm bell in there, sort of like strung up around the edges of the room, like, you know, eye ring, eyelets, you know, and a wire that's like trailing between them. You were also able to identify that there's some sort of magical component to this alarm bell as well. Sarek, would you give me an Arcana check with disadvantage because you just glanced at it really quick and you're not trained
This
in Arcana,
is
are you?
all right. Let's like, oh shit! Never mind, son. I see the Matrix.
21.
With disadvantage, that's a 20. So yeah, you can tell that there are command words that will activate the alarm, but someone with knowledge of Arcana could interfere with the functioning of the alarm by like manipulating the weave of magic in that area. So like there's basically sort of like 2 alarms rolled into one. There's the physical string that could be pulled to trip a bell, and there's the command word to cause the same function ultimately.
So I definitely 100% tell Aya, like, yo, I'm going to cut the physical cord, but you need to, like, spellerize this thing with your Arcana stuff and, like, make sure she can't say nothing to set it off.
Okay. I could try like changing the command word to something silly that she'd never say.
I love the Knights of Astaphan.
Like latrine. I love the Knights of
God bless the peasantry.
Yeah, something about the peasants, like, yeah.
The sheep have a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think that's the plan. I'm gonna snip
Casteism
it.
and classism is unjust.
Mm?
Brother used to like to make the safety word harder.
Mm-hmm.
So I will snip. And does I have to do it in the room? Could she do it outside?
Oh no.
I think she would have to be close enough to manipulate the weave of magic immediately around the string. So like as long as she was within like touching distance of the string itself, she'd be able to get the job done, so to speak.
Okay. All right, that's my plan. That's step 1 of our plan.
Yeah. So tell me what the next thing y'all are going to do. Is.
All right, well, all right. Step 1,
gonna
make sure she's not in the main room. Make sure she's in the bath finally. Step 2.
You hear the splashing of bath water and like more bubbles. Yes. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Sure, she's unbearable. We know, we get it. Then step 2, cut the string. Step 3 is make sure we change the code word. Step 4 is I go like sneak to get into the bathing chamber.
Yes.
And Aya approaches like, hey, we got it. And then while she's like, oh, I'm so excited. And when she looks in the bag, I drown her ass.
Yep. Okay. Are you trying to make a quiet entry?
Yes, of course.
So.
Of course. Or, hold on. Or we just go in because she's expecting us. We're like, we have it.
So if you want to like convince her that you have the head, you're gonna need to wait like an hour at least, right? You have to feasibly be able to get out of the palace, go into the city, find, kill, bring back the head of Noble Ibless, and present it to her, right?
Or
so
someone already did it, and we're like, hey, guess what? Turns out one of the other guards was on it.
Yep, that is totally cool.
Yeah, like we went down and they had already done it. It was crazy, so we brought it back up to you.
Awesome.
I mean, we already know she's kind of fond of me. We could always like kind of leverage that and be like, hey girl, how's it going? We got some good news for you.
Just you and me, rich girls oppressing the bourgeoisie.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'll do it. I'll distract the hell out of her.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Don't you just love how these boots just smash that face down? It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels so good.
Mhm.
All right, awesome. So I'm guessing it's Sarek and Aya entering first, and Armoros and Kairos following behind.
Yeah. We'll probably have Armoros and Kairos like watch the door a little bit, make sure nobody comes in after us. That'd probably be smart to have at least one person
Especially if
stationed.
that alarm goes off. Yeah.
Mhm.
I can cover the door.
Okay. Perfect.
Is there a lock on the inside?
Before we went in.
Is there any like do not disturb bar that can be put down? You know, anything that would help reinforce the door?
So like you're inside the door now? That you're asking from the perspective of looking at the inside of the door?
Right. Well, I imagine before we go in, Sarek has maybe not just kept the mind map to himself.
No, I
perhaps
told
I'm
y'all. I let y'all know.
Right. And so if I'm holding up the defense, I want to know, is this door just, I'm going to have to shoulder, keep it as much as possible in? Is there, that kind of thing? Is there any like, I can move the fruit. I can move the fruit table. We're good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can move the fruit table. I think Sarek wasn't able to see like the backside of the door and what's maybe there for like locking mechanisms. But yeah.
Can anyone mimic voices?
I totally can. What do you need me to do?
If we could mimic voices, someone would be like, go away, or or
go away.
Yeah.
I don't think we want anyone on that. I feel
I
like
just love tyrannical hierarchies.
I'm taking my bath. It was heated by the bones of 30 innocent children.
Listen, if
Sounds
it
like
comes
her.
to that, maybe I give Kairos this like piece of advice before we go in.
Yeah.
I was like, listen, if anybody comes, the easiest way to get rid of them is just to pretend like you're having sex. So just thump things on the ground and be like, and start grunting and say, get out of here. And you don't have to mimic anything then.
Always switch back to that with her.
Kairos flushes and goes, yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
we picked the one non-sex having orc. This is Unbelievable.
His love is for the Legion.
I hate the Legion. You're all useless.
All right, awesome. So, Aya and Sarek standing outside the door. Do you give each other like the signal?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. You push open the door, not bothering to try to hide your entry.
Mm-hmm.
You
We're
hear
brothers
like
and bastardly.
You hear the splash from the neighboring room, and you hear her say, "Oh, well." What do you say in response?
This is all you.
I'm gonna like give him the eyes to like go and disable the alarm system, and I'm gonna come in like my most flourish self,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like my whole backstory type of thing, and be like, we're sitting outside, and we actually heard tell from one of the guards that this woman has actually been apprehended, and it made me think. A message to the king is only as good as the packaging. An invitation is only as good as the envelope. And let me tell you, speaker, I've got a deal for you. I'm just going to stride up and be like, why give the king a normal skull when you can give him a gold encrusted skull, complete with diamonds to really send the image home? Not only do we kill our enemies, we gild them and use them as decoration to not only adorn our beautiful abodes, but also warn other people not to fuck with us. Now you might be wondering, what's the cost on such a thing? Well, let me tell you. And did she say anything?
I think she's just like sitting in the bath with like mountains of bubbles around her, just like flabbergasted. Like at first her mouth is just open, like, well, I know. And then you start talking and like you see her eyes like start lighting up. Give me a persuasion roll.
Mm-hmm.
20.
Could we say that I'm maybe being performative?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm better at performance.
Oh, shit, that 23 and the 6.
the nat 1. Yay.
Wow. Yes, you get the 23 on this performance. So you bring to bear your very best performance salesmanship. And in the meantime, Jesse, you're disarming this trap.
I am. I have thieves' tools and stealth. What do I need? What do you need me to do to make this happen?
I need you to roll a thieves' tools check to
Got you.
like dismantle this thing.
And?
Oh yeah, 17 is fine. Like there's a moment where like one of your like hooks or knives like catches on the wire and you hear like the bell nearby sort of like the clapper clink against the bell, but not like, ringing, but just like the contact of metal on metal. And it sets like your nerves on edge. You know what it's like when a trap goes off while you're trying to disarm it. And it's not pleasant. And then snick, you cut the line and the entire thing falls slack.
Your mouth.
Does he go like hide now?
Yeah. I mean, my next plan is to like... to determine how much steam is in the room or how much darkness there is that I'm going to like mega sneak now. I'm doing full stealth mode.
There's like this water. It's like the hottest water you've ever seen. There's so much steam. There's like low braziers with like incense and smoke. Like
there is.
The room. There's like hot oil like pouring from some automatic spigot onto the surface of the water and bubbles like foaming up.
Near the set of candles and scented oils, there's a big live, laugh, love and bones.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Got it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm going to stealth
in
behind her.
Yeah, give me a stealth check. I'm going to say that she is enthralled by the performance that Aya is giving, and that gives your stealth check advantage.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
19 is pretty good. Yeah. Okay, so you're sneaking up behind her. Kairos and Armros, the two of you are like guarding the doorway. Kairos, are you moving the fruit table?
Sure.
We should wait.
I'm waiting. Yeah.
I like fruit. Just like, oh, don't worry about him. He loves fruit.
But that fruit is so juicy.
It looks so delicious.
There's the plums that you're saving.
Yes. The plums very obviously came straight from the icebox.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. All right.
So Sarek, you're sneaking forwards into this like steam and smoke enshrouded chamber of low lights, and like there's some like automated wind up like automaton in the corner that's like playing, you know, like sitar music, something like very culturally appropriative, right? Like,
Sure.
just like very like, this is what meditation is for
It's
white
probably
women.
the music of my people, and I do not like her even more now. Gonna drown her. Drowning her.
You make eye contact with Aya, and there's a moment where the two of you realize that she strode straight into the room and began her sales pitch without messing with the magical component of the alarm.
Right. I have a plan for that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I needed the plan that we made outside was that he was gonna snip the wire first.
And then I
So
gave her
now
like the
that-
signal. I'm like,
Yeah.
see,
So
I
now that
did
he
it.
gives me the signal,
Mhm.
I like start to stride a little bit back, you know, and I'm like, now you might be asking yourself something like this: what does this set me back? Well, it matters. What does being a trendsetter cost for you? For me, no price is too high.
No
Vases,
price.
flowers, paintings, tapestries, these
No.
are things of the past. Now it's time to adorn the skulls of your enemies and hang them from your walls.
Yes.
All
the
of your
only
friends are gonna
true
want one of-
value of wealth is power.
Exactly. And I'm going to like step back further back and be like, look at these genuine Swarovski crystals. Look at how they catch the light, the rubies set in the eyes. These are blood rubies mined directly from a small village off the coast. Children
Yes.
died mining these.
The
Look at it.
children
Look
have
at
to
how
go
it
in the mines. They're the ones who are small enough.
Look at the heaviness of this, and let me tell you, this thing is totally indestructible. Watch this. And I'm going to toss it to Kairos and be like, go ahead, Kairos, give it the old Evo. Look at this. Look, watch this. And as he's doing that, I'm going to move towards the contraption and see if I can maybe mess with it and hope that she watches him like attempt to
So like,
don't break my focus. I will be very angry. I say this
think,
telepathically.
I think Kairos is still in the other room, like guarding the door. Are you just like tossing it to her, maybe? Like, here, examine for
I
yourself.
can't give her my focus. I
mean-
need her
Totally
to cast
can.
spells.
You totally can.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna be in that case. I'm not gonna say destroy it or whatever. Instead, let's just backtrack
smash it
that.
if you want.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be like, look at that. Look at the glint. Look, admire yourself. Examine those. Do you have a ocular jeweler's thing? I don't know. And I'm gonna throw it at her
She like looks around the bathtub. She's like,
overhand. And while she's
I must
looking
have
away,
left
I'm
it.
going to throw it at her.
It like splashes into the tub and like immediately sinks to the bottom of this
Mhm.
ridiculously oversized like hot tub that she's sitting in, just like
Yeah.
mountains of bubbles everywhere. She's like, oh, it must have fallen somewhere. I'll find it.
And as
she,
she's
like,
doing that, I
splashes up-
rush over to the alarm.
Just splashes back.
Like bobbing for apples.
Yes. So you have like limited amount of time while she's under looking for this skull that you've tossed into her bath. You have a limited amount of time to make a quick Arcana check to try to dismantle the magic, or disrupt the magical component.
Ah!
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
That's a natural 20.
What
She's
are
dying
we
tonight.
doing?
The best rolls in a session we have
I love
ever
when Eric is here. It's just like roll 20 is with us, you know?
Oh shit, he does
Spirit
work
of
for them.
roll 20.
Oh my god, it all makes sense now.
All right. Yeah, you just like reach up. What does it look like when you like interfere with the magical weave?
Well, when I do it, it's like a more profane, disgusting thing. So
Yeah.
instead, now when she says the trigger word, instead of anything happening, you're just gonna hear Atikusa go. "Huh, huh." That's it.
Yes.
It's just replaced with like laughter. Like, so the trigger word still works. It's just met with laughter.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So like she splashes up out of the pool and like like slow-mo, like tosses her hair back, and like droplets of water fly through the air, and like her hair falls like immediately down into like permed curls around her head, and she's looking at this thing, and she's like, "This is a very impressive skull." And Sarek, I think you're basically in position now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get her. Oh my god, I'm gonna drown this lady.
Are you stabbing her or are you drowning her?
Maybe a little bit of both. I'm gonna push her down and stab her when she's under the water.
Yeah, awesome.
Volcano's dose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both.
Give me a strength check, which
Strength
is
check?
to represent. It's to represent your
Is Jesse new to this? Does he not know that Steven gives no fucks about how
Now-
your plan is?
She is prone and not looking for this. Can he
She's
have
good at that.
advantage?
She's not looking for this. You've done an excellent job of distracting her. You have advantage on this.
You ever
even
put a shotgun to the back of a man's head and shot him in the knee?
I will always vouch for you. I'll try to get advantage whenever I
It
can.
was the right leg, Jeff. Come on now. Look at that 18 on your strength saving throw. So you just like put a hand on top of her head and just dunk her, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Or
and stab her in the old
Opposing
neck.
strength check, is it not?
she gets like a strength or a dexterity check to break out of the grapple, but frankly, this woman's a speaker. She's not a fighter.
Steven's grown soft in his older age.
Stab
true. It's
her
true.
in the neck. I'm gonna turn
So you, like,
that
put-
water red.
Your hand on her head, and she shouts, "Oh, bubblegum!" And then she's, and you hear this, and then moments pass. Just blood blooms in the water, and then silence.
Yeah, and like from out of the bloody water, Sar comes holding the skull.
The
and
skull,
he looks
yeah.
dope as shit for the first time ever, and everyone's like, "God damn, who is
You're
that
like,
man?" And I'm like,
knee deep in bloodied water, holding this
yeah.
dripping skull out.
"Oh yeah," and I'm just like, "I believe this is yours," and I hand it back to Aya and like just dry
Thank
myself
you.
off.
I don't like being away from it. I just like put it back in my robes.
You
Yeah,
don't even clean it. You don't even clean it. You're just
No,
like,
it's like just soaked in like
Yeah.
bloody soapy water. It's fine.
Blood adds to the value.
hmm
yeah.
Bitch didn't even realize it was fake.
Yeah, and that's
cubic zirconium.
and I'm like,
It really is. It's paste. The whole thing is paste.
I take the time to dry myself off, but I think I explain at least in my mind that we can't like stay here, eat all of her shit, rummage through her stuff, find what we can find, and then at midnight we like maybe at 11 we plan out in advance where to be in the garden when the king goes for his moonlight stroll, and then we get his ass. Oh, this is Assassin's Creed. I'm ready.
Mhm.
I'm gonna jump off steeples and shit. You don't even know.
All right. Fantastic. So, are you taking, I mean, like, basically, you have time here to take a long rest. You can, like, no alarm has been tripped. Nobody knows you're here. Like, you might do something like rotate which one of you is standing outside the door so that it looks like there's a guard positioned outside her door, because that's a normal thing. But, like, nobody's going to find you. Nobody's going to come looking for her. Y'all are in the clear. You made it happen.
Yeah. Any
Party in the Rockstar Suite.
Yeah.
Frozen grapes for everyone. Frozen icebox plums.
Is
2
there-
for a dozen?
any useful magical trinkets lying around?
You know, there's a lot of finery, but like, this lady doesn't care about magical stuff. She just cares about living a life of comfort.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
I kick over the automaton playing the music that makes me just feel like she's fake woke. I
Yeah,
kick
yeah.
that over.
Totally. Yeah. You kick it over, it goes.
Please, someone clip that.
That's too good.
That's my text message sound from now on.
Eric, if you make that be like the text message sound when I text you, yeah. Primo.
All right.
Okay. So
we got to figure out where this garden is.
So like, I think the easiest thing to do is to just say, like, you have a long rest. You have 8 hours to like rest, relax, chill in this room until it's like 11 p.m. And then you're ready to go head out. I think, Sarek, give me a perception roll.
Sure. Nope, I don't see nothing.
Ooh. You know the general direction of the of the garden.
Can I take time during that 8 hours to, use my sneaking ability to like look around for the garden?
Yeah.
Since I don't know where it's at.
Totally. You want to like use your stealth to do that?
Yeah, I want to like sneak around and try to determine where it is.
Awesome. Yeah, go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
I will do that. Come on, baby. What is happening? Ooh. Didn't see nothing. Was detected, killed on the spot.
I'm just imagining Metal Gear Solid sounds.
Yep, totally.
Huh? A box.
Yeah, I think you're like walking around the corridors of the palace, and it's just like this maze of corridors. It's like massive. There's like more rooms and chambers and like chandeliers and like ballrooms with like crystal floors. And it's just like wild. You've never seen anything like it. You enter a room where there's like a 3D holographic map of the palace and the city of Ire, and like you like roll your finger across one of the crystal spheres that are surrounding this thing, and it like pans and zooms the view around the map. And I think you're like in this room trying to figure out where the hell you need to go to get to the garden, when all of a sudden you hear people coming.
I quickly stop and like try to look like I'm guarding a room.
Yeah, awesome.
Is it like the sound of boots? Is it the sound of like counselors in like an Aaron Sorkin walk and talk? Is it like, what is?
Yeah, let me see. I need to consult my notes. Yeah. You hear like the click of heels and the pad of soft-soled shoes.
Okay. So I stand there and pretend like I'm guarding, but I'm not like ready to fight anyone.
Yeah. Awesome. And let's see. Yes. You're standing there guarding, and two people enter the room. There's like a tall woman in like billowy flowing robes that trail behind her like a peacock's gown. It's like, purples and pinks and golds and greens and everything like that. And a man dressed in like tightly fitted orange like silks. And he's standing there, and he has holding in his right hand, he has like an entire gold spear that looks like it's just made out of gold. Sarek, you recognize this woman.
He walks in and says, "And I like gold." And he eats flesh from his little thing.
Sarek, you recognize the woman who walks in.
Goldmember.
Her name is Queen Tanith of
Oh, hell no. Okay, well, I like do the whole movie thing of like, if I look down, if I put my mask on, no one will notice it's me.
Yeah, totally. You've got like this really sad cherub mask on your face. And they just like don't even notice you. And you hear the queen saying, "But what is there that can be done?" And then the man responds, "Queen, if we combine our mutual resources, perhaps you lend us some of your finest warlocks. I am certain that we can come to a solution. But the life of the sun at this point in time my queen, can be measured in days. Not years, not months, but days.
I'm still silent. I mean, yeah, I know this is going to happen. This isn't news to me.
Yeah. And the queen says, she pauses and she says, perhaps this is not so grave a problem. And the man responds and says, I'm not certain what you mean. Surely if the sun perishes, then so perish we all. And he gestures to some of the sunstones adorning the walls. He says, will not our very way of life, the power that we use to sustain our operations, cease? And she's sort of like, what's your impression of Queen Tanith?
Oh, she's tough as nails. She's like one of those. She's very no nonsense, and that's like
maybe like a little ruthless.
Oh yeah, that's why we like her, because unlike these assholes who are all like playing the Game of Thrones, she's over here just like she's basically going back to Game of Thrones. She's the like Olenna Tyrell of this world. She don't give a shit. You're like,
she has her eye on the prize.
Yeah,
totally. She turns to Utu the Spear, that's his name. She says, do you think Iramon the Grey is likely to produce a solution within the next few days, Utu? Utu sort of frowns and says, Iramon is our greatest wizard. She has our fullest confidence. She says, stop. I asked you a simple question. Do you think Iramon will have a solution within a few days? And he like sort of frowns for a second, and he stops and he says, I myself have my doubts. And he pauses for a second, and she's about to speak, and then he continues and he says, Atikusu has even more doubts. And she says, if we cannot prevent the death of the sun, is it not better to wait for its passing and then exert our magics upon its corpse? And then the both of them sort of like pause and like turn to you. And the queen says, perhaps we had better continue this conversation in greater privacy. And then Utu turns to you and says, guard, dismiss yourself. We have important matters to attend to.
Yeah, I bow.
Derek is just like, yarp.
Yep, yarp. On it, Captain.
Yeah, I bow, but in like a subtle Urian way, so that the queen will know, and then I peace out.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you actually trying to help her recognize that you are an Urian instead of an Irian?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a deception roll.
I will. 15?
Yeah, you see her eyebrows raise slightly, and she just sort of like slowly inclines her head. Yeah. Now, you were able to spend some time looking at that map in order to like figure out the path to reach the garden.
Okay, so I mean, I go back to the group and I let them know that there is 100% a path to go. I don't tell them nothing about the conversation. My people's business is my people's business.
So true. So true. Awesome.
But like,
I don't tell them no, but sorry. My being from a noble family of Ur.
No, it's fair.
We
I
keep
just
our shit silent.
My patron is like involved in this, and that's like,
oh well.
I know.
Be on the winning side next time.
So while he's gone,
Yes.
can I use my where is it? Yeah. Wait, did you? No, you didn't see that.
There it is. Book of Ancient Secrets. Yes.
Okay.
Are you using your Find Familiar?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I'm going to...
An hour, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but we took a long rest, so I should
absolutely.
be able to do it while he's gone.
Find Familiar, 1 hour. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
So, from the like bloody bath, I like stand over it and hold the book over it and, you know, like draw like whatever remnants of power I can get from this bloodbath, and from it emerges like a crimson raven.
Yes.
And I'm going to use that to scout for us. Like,
amazing.
Nice.
Like a blood-colored raven. Like a creepy color.
Yeah, totally. So like, you know, you're casting the spell and then like bubbles of blood come pouring up from the floor, like through the cracks in the stone that are connected to the bathtub. And the waters of the bathtub slowly clear as like the blood drains out and pours into this spell. And the bubbles of blood coalesce in the center and then burst. Plop, and then there's this raven standing there, and it opens an eye and looks at you with this like ruby jeweled eye, and it says,
Ooh.
"Quirk."
Damn it.
And I will like reach out my hand to it, and if when it hops on, you know, kind of carry it over to like a window.
Yeah.
And like giving it a little scritch on the head, because I love birds so much. Be like, go, my little ruby friend, and find us the place called, find us a large garden.
Awesome.
And report back with its location.
Yes. So it hops onto your hand, and there's like a moment between the two of you when you like take each other's measure.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn its name telepathically. It speaks into your mind, sort of like filling you with trust and affection and recognition. Like it recognizes in you a kindred spirit to the spirit that lives within its heart. You learn that its name is Blood of the Lamb.
That's a metal name.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Blood of the Lamb.
Blood of the Lamb. And Blood of the Lamb like nods in response and goes, "Quirk." And then he flaps his wings. Is it a he or a she? Do you imagine this raven to be a boy raven?
I think I said it was a she, so I'm going to go with that, with what I said first.
Yeah, totally. Blood of the Lamb nods her heads and like spreads her crimson wings. And she has a silver streak down the center of her.
She's so cool.
She flaps her wings and she flies off.
The bird relax, Bronze.
I love birds. I'm going to look back to Kairos and Armros and be like, if Sarek should fail, my new friend should be able to tell us the location of the garden from an aerial view.
I read that as win, Kairos, not should.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, so
good plan.
Changes it on the fly, and then they fail.
Sarek returns. Yeah, let's see. I need to like find a raven. Yup, raven. We're gonna pull this out. Wait, what?
It's very human shaped.
What's going on here? Why does this not work? Yep, there we go. Edit name Blood of the Lamb.
Damn.
In players' journals, Aya can be edited and controlled by Aya. Fantastic. Now you should have a creature named Blood of the Lamb in your journal, Aya, that you can actually see and edit. Yeah. Give me a wisdom check, which give me a perception check. I see that there's a separate entry for perception for Blood of the Lamb. Let's see how efficient.
I see it? Oh, I see it.
Ta-da!
Okay.
12. Fantastic. So Sarek returns and Blood of the Lamb flies back in through the open window, and I think the 4 of the 5 of you are able to converse and triangulate both the path through the palace that you would need to follow, and also like specifically where within the palace compound the king's garden is. And there's like a massive old, hoary, white, like gnarled tree in the center of the garden with silver leaves that fall on the ground, and each sprouts a silver flower. So there's like this field of silver flowers around this white barked tree with silver leaves. And that is where the king goes to spend his late evenings in meditation and contemplation.
What is the area around that? Is there anything around that? Or is it just a field of beautiful flowers and a tree?
So it's like a large French style garden, which means like very carefully manicured and carefully like angular hedges and sections of the garden and like watchtowers and walls and all sorts of stuff. So like, what are you looking for specifically? Because this probably exists.
Well, I feel like I want to look for a height, like a place up high where if I need to, I can blast him with an arrow. So I can stay out of the way and be like sneaky boy and make sure that if shit doesn't go the way we want, I can take him out.
So you could either get up into that ancient tree and be up there, or you could hide
go to a tower so I can
further
see.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hide further away in like a tower, sort of on the walls bordering the garden.
Yeah, I want to go to the tower. Since I'm in guard gear anyway, I just go to the tower and like blend in. And I think because I can like talk her way into literally anything. I would imagine that you would be the person on the ground, probably with Armoros, and then Kairos can help me like watch my butt up above when we're like, if it goes down.
Yeah, I trust Armoros to not let the king murderize me.
Fair.
Good trust.
So, thinking about the objective
Mm-hmm.
of this confrontation with the king,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want to get out of it?
I think our original goal was to ascertain whether he's crazy or not.
Yeah, we just want to know more about the king. We want to have just a conversation with the king.
Yeah. Like he kind of seems unwilling to parlay with the locals. He kind of seems like he's bent on. Yeah, kind of seems like he's bent on war, and just try to see like, is this dude crazy? Is he being manipulated or is he like under the sway of something? Like.
There is a gnarled old looking necromancer that stands behind him, whispering in his ear at all times.
There might be.
Wait a minute.
His name is Vile Tongue, and everybody really trusts him.
Yeah.
Everybody likes old Vile Tongue. He's just our favorite guy.
It's a family name. It's a shame. Yeah.
Maybe we're joking, but maybe we're not too far off. They go commune at night because ostensibly there's a moon.
Yeah.
Right?
You tell me we got to kill Saloon now too? I'll drown her. I'm on a drowning
spree. It might be related.
Drowning and stabbing. Double death.
Yes, I will do it.
Armoros and Kairos, are there any specific like positions you're looking to take up or advantages you're seeking in trying to like make your way to this encounter with the king?
Double missionary. Why?
What's that?
Double missionary?
You're going to have to tell me how that works sometime because I can't quite picture that, but
I don't. The sacred pose. Go ahead, Kairos, you're the strategist.
You're the legendary strategist and tactician.
This is true.
The strategy would be to get here. The tactics would be once we're in this place. This is your expertise.
We'll take up guard posts alongside the door.
So like preventing any ingress or egress from the garden itself.
If not that, then whoever comes in won't see us, and then we'll get the initiative.
Drop on them.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely. You can. So like, I think the garden is divided into sections, and there's like a large and dense hedge separating this field of silver flowers and the white barked tree from the previous French garden. This area of the garden, now that you all are here, at night, stars overhead, the shards of the moon sparkling brightly down from the heavens above. You can tell that this section of the garden has been left in a wilder state than the rest of the garden. And Kairos and Armoros are able to like secret themselves inside the hedge to like strike out anybody who's coming through the opening into this section. So Aya, I gather that you and I guess Blood of the Lamb are down in this field of silver flowers.
Oh yeah, like
Armoros.
silhouetted by the silver moonlight. Blood of the Lamb, like on my shoulder, like,
like blacker than the deepest night in the darkness of the starlight. And
she's vomiting coins.
And Sarek, you're like in a watchtower on a wall nearby, sort of like probably like 300 feet away. So you're at the very edge of like short bow range, but well, I guess longbow range actually. Yeah, but you are able to like have a clear line of sight down to like where they came. So like Aya is the only person who's visible there. So Aya, I guess Armoros and Kairos, a man strides between the two of you. He's tall. He has like bronze gold skin. He is wearing like a kilt with like armor around it and like Grecian sandals. He's wearing nothing on his upper half. He's just like impeccably chiseled, like muscular man in his like late 30s, he looks like. He has short coiled ringlets of black hair. And he's wearing like a cape from his shoulders that billows out behind him of like gold silk that trails and billows as he walks. And as he walks, you can tell that like his demeanor is greatly pensive. And he has a crown on his head of
a troubled brow.
Yeah, he has a crown on his head of irregular spines that are thrusting up jaggedly, made of gold, of course.
Of course.
We say nothing, do nothing, for this is the king.
So, Aya, he seems distracted as he approaches your direction. His gaze is lowered and he walks heavily as he approaches the tree that you stand underneath. It almost seems as if he's not even noticing you, but as he approaches, he doesn't even look at you, but he speaks and he says, "Hello, I greet you, my noble knight."
I am not your noble knight, King Astafan. And I take off my mask and toss it aside. In anime fashion.
Yeah, awesome. Like, flowers fly behind you and Blood of the Lamb just like spreads her wings and caws.
He says pity and then he electrocutes you and you take 17 damage.
No, he says, heh, and he pushes up his glasses. He says,
the reflection.
He says, as if I don't know all that goes on within my holy palace. Tell me, child. And he looks up and he meets your gaze and he has like penetrating gold irised eyes that lock yours. And they are compelling. You feel like your heart lurch in your chest as he makes your gaze. He says, tell me, my noble citizen, what is it you require from your king?
Your people, ravaged by war and now by disease. What is your goal in alienating them and not coming to the table to barter for peace? Tell us. And by us, I mean me and my raven.
Yeah. He smiles briefly at your clarification of who us is. He smiles and then a cloud crosses his face and he says, walk with me.
Okay, I will.
And he gestures.
But I also like look over my shoulder at like Armoros and Kairos, like.
Yeah, and Armoros, or rather not Armoros, but Sarek, you can see that the path that he's choosing is winding between the branches of this tree. Like we're seeing like the camera down the sights of your bow, and you're like trying to get a clean shot through the branches of this tree. And he says, "How many, my child, do you call your closest friends?"
I have no friends. Some of us are destined to walk this path in life alone.
He sort of chuckles a little bit. He says,
Try to be diplomatic.
"Would that I could share your freedom. Friends, I count closely 23 individuals that I would trust with my life, aside from those whose duty it is to defend it. Beyond that, I have 482 counselors, 7,826 servants operating in the castle. The numbers in the town of Servitude are over 15,000. The city of Ire, a city of 500,000. The greater Ire region's 3.2 million. My companions in or other nearby kingdoms similarly numbered. If someone came to you and told you with great certainty that of the 10 people you loved most in the world, you could save 2. And then he looks at you. He says, how would you choose?
Wrong person to have this conversation with.
And that, I think, is where we should end the conversation.
This dude's like really cool. I was expecting like an old corrupt man. And instead we're met with like fucking Julius Caesar himself, you know?
Didn't end well for him. So
Didn't.
I mean, who
Probably
knows?
won't end well for this dude either, but
Yeah. Does he know Tim? That's the key. What does Tim think about this? All right. Well, I guess is that where we're ending it for realsies? You're cutting us off, huh?
I think that's where we gotta cut it off.
not even a little more info.
Bronze's schedule frees up after this week, but then
It's true. It's true. So next week we're gonna miss the show, but then the week after we can find out a little more info from King Ask.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not even going to be here next week.
is it Ask to Fun or Ask to? How do you say that name?
Ask the Fun.
Ask the Fun.
Never do Ask to Mouth, but always do Ask to Fun. That's
Ask the
what they say.
Fun. All right. Well, that's
Thanks,
it
guys.
for us. Let's go around this fun time shenaniganry and see what people are up to. Eric, what's going on with you this week, dude? It's so nice to have you back on.
I love coming on this show. It's super fun. Hi everybody, I'm Eric. I'm a game person, business analyst for Roll20, and just I designer, consultant, graphic artist, all the things. I've been GMing this game called the Ultraviolet Grasslands, UVG, and it's super awesome. Imagine like the artist like Mobius, right? Imagine that meets Marco Polo, right? So like super weird science fantasy, just amazing things. The party raided the House of Rashomon, which is a pleasure palace belonging to some upstart wizard, and they got the job from the evil porcelain princes, which are polybody cyber liches that have been here for long ago in the Ultraviolet Grasslands. Yeah, so like heavy metal, doom, stoner metal, just everything. Combined with like Mobius art and inventory management, because it takes weeks to caravan across everywhere. It's amazing. I just love it. It's super cool. So that's what I'm up to.
Cool. Very cool. Steven, what are you doing besides driving me crazy?
Besides introducing morally complex characters for you to wrestle with?
No wrestling. Or unless that's what he's like, and now I must wrestle you, and then we'd wrestle.
Just tummy sticks.
With the oil and the glistening skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm just having a great time running this game. Eric, it's always a delight to have you join us. Thank you for being willing to hop on the show today. We will miss next week because it's someone special's birthday. But we will be back the following week, and we will see more about what's going on in the City of Ire and what's the deal with King Astafon. So you should follow me on Twitter. I tweet about the
Not enough.
And social justice.
Not enough.
Maybe don't follow me on Twitter. You'd probably hate it, but that's okay.
I'm gonna block you.
Yeah,
I'm tired of your bullshit.
You should definitely block me on Twitter.
Whoa.
Awesome.
Whoa. Whoa.
My natural
Jesse, I'm going to kick it back to you and let you take it
Bronze,
around
you
the
got
table.
too good a hair for the throwback. That was too strong. I was not ready for that.
Yeah, speaking of which, Bronze, what's going on with you this week?
Hi, I'm that bronze girl. I'm starting a new D&D podcast soon. It's not a podcast talking about D&D, but like an actual play podcast. I'm excited about it. And I'm also doing a slam poetry night on my channel this week.
What?
So yeah,
That sounds amazing.
Who's doing the
slam
poetry?
poetry and
Wait.
spoken word. Everybody, community. We're gonna have open mic night.
Wait, on
And-
your stream?
Yeah, on my stream.
Oh, Jesus.
You're gonna
We're
get
gonna
a
take callers.
poem that's like, I call this titties. A titty,
Yeah,
titty,
of
titty,
course.
titty.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure
know
some of
what's
it will
gonna
be
happen.
troll garbage, but some of
You know
it.
what's funny, though, is if
great.
you put a person on a mic, it doesn't happen, actually.
Yeah.
They need more anonymity than actually their voice through a stream.
Most people, when they're actually putting themselves out there, are putting themselves out there in a way that's serious.
And the guys that try, though, you'll hear them be like, okay, this one is called Black People.
No.
And they get that far, then you mute them, and you're like, all right.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah, exactly. So it started off as a joke because I like reading like weird comments and stuff in slam poetry style. Like, because Twitch has this awesome feature now when you click on somebody's name, you get their whole chat log. So I'll just read like their whole chat log, but
That's
do it
so
in slam
funny.
poetry. Because that's, some people do ASMR YouTube comments. I do slam poetry, creeper like text.
Is there
log.
ASMR YouTube comments?
Yeah, it's like a whole thing,
Sounds-
reading
that
your
sounds
YouTube
nice.
comments in ASMR. Yeah. Yeah. So I love reading like inflammatory things about myself, but doing it in slam poetry.
Oh.
So it's spoken words. So that's going to be, that's my whole channel. It's weird ass fucking shit, man. I guess
Yeah.
follow or don't. I don't know. It's weird. Twitter's like the
beware.
same thing, man. So yeah, I'm every day I'm not banned. I just think it's because I play D&D with Britt.
Hmm.
So
Sure.
yeah. Also, hashtag block Stephen Lumpkin.
Hashtag block Stephen Lumpkin 2019.
It's my presidential platform.
I'm looking at Steven's past history because I would like to enter my slam poetry for you. I'm gonna hit you with this jam.
Do it.
Soon, TM. I gotta be tipsier than this. Hey, that's awesome, man. I departed before launch, but I'm delighted you had fun.
Oh, my God.
See, it works though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's
Like
great.
it kind of works. Like it works.
Mhm. This
So,
is,
so like, funnily enough, like brief comment about that reply.
that was like from
That
weeks
was
ago.
in response to someone talking about Eternal Crusade. And I think every game that I've worked on, someone out there has contacted me to say, hey man, this game that you made or that you were a part of making was really, really awesome for me. Like, I think that guy was like, I played like 3,000 hours of Warhammer 40,000 Eternal Crusade or whatever. And like, I think everybody who creates things has a complicated relationship with what they create, right? Especially when what you're
Yeah.
creating is like a capitalist structure.
Like their children. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So, but like, it's so awesome and meaningful that people reach out to me to say like, this thing that you are a part of was a huge part of my life, or like really important during a time that I was going through or whatever. It's just amazing. It happens way more than I would have ever expected before entering the games industry. So like, for real though,
Yeah. I just think it's amazing anyone even played that game, to be honest with you.
Right?
Wow.
Bron,
That's
don't
what
get
I
laugh.
was-
It's one of those things where it's so mean it can't be real. It can't be real. So but we'll find out. If Steven blocks me on Twitter, then I know it was real, but it is.
I have another one for you guys. This one is from Eric. RNG is a fickle lover. There's no I in threesome. 2 easy payments.
Is that Eric Vulgaris? You said
Yeah,
that is our Eric.
The one and only.
That's from today. Those are back-to-back 3 messages. I have no
perfect
idea what you were
haiku.
saying, but I want you to know I like how that flowed. There was something about
I
it.
bet
that-
you can't do mine though. I think I've only said like lol and thank you or something like that like 3 times.
Oh my god! I have to go back
I'm a
and find you.
notoriously not talker in chats. You can't get it. You don't see me in chats.
Oh man, what has Braun said?
Here, I'll type right here so you can see mine.
I don't know that I can. Braun, I don't know that I can just use emojis.
Bronze
So I feel like that's not help.
So that one's easier.
I don't what. What is your name on here?
Me?
Yeah.
Here, I'll type lol.
In Control
Oh.
TV.
Oh, I thought I didn't see you up there for some reason. Now I see
Nobody ever
you. I
sees
thought
me.
you were like had a secret name, and I was like, what the hell?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry for Jesse's comments to the old people in chat. Old people can still be of use to society. And now I need to watch The Matrix again.
Oh, that's good. That's way more than I thought.
That's
But I-
actually very good.
That's Dumb and Dumber, man. I like it.
And like,
Old
no,
people can still
maybe
be
it's
of
what
use
they
to
say.
society,
Old
and now I need to watch The Matrix again.
now I need to watch The Matrix again.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh boy. All right. Well, speaking of beautiful poetry, Jeff, what's going on with you?
Thank you guys. Always a pleasure. I know that I didn't say much this episode, but sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is let other people say more things. And speaking of powerful, I've been inspired. I'm with a lot of these guys that are doing their own D&D content, so I've decided to start up my own. It's called, it's going to be called Queefs, Qualms, and Quandaries. It's going to be
Jeff.
Keep it going. Come on. No, you can't end the joke.
Yeah,
there.
I
I was
what is it?
debating because
Yeah,
I was
what-
like, and I was like,
Absolutely.
pretty good name though, right? You just call it Triple Q. What are the Triple Qs? You'd be like, what? Quaffs and Quandaries are 2 of them. Anyways. I am actually today celebrating 1 year of doing the Pylon show for years, the StarCraft 2 talk show, or StarCraft talk show. It's really cool. It's crazy that it went a whole year. It's hard to make content that consistently, but we did it. We've come so far. So who's that musician that's looks like we made it? What is
Lincoln
that?
Park.
No.
Lincoln Park.
Really, you guys? It's Shania Twain. Anyways, I'm going to play Shania Twain for, I think, 1 hour straight. And then Dan and I are just going to look into each other's eyes and cry for a while. And that'll be the whole show. That'll be no, not quests, quaffs, and quandaries. It's queefs. Please get that right. Otherwise, just streaming some StarCraft, playing a lot of XCOM these days just because I just really enjoy it. And this weekend, I'm going to go to a Warhammer 40,000 tournament in San Diego and hopefully bring home a trophy.
Get him.
That's it. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's it for this show. But thank you all for tuning in. The VOD will be up soon. And to all of you out there who want to do your own poetry, turns out it's very easy. And Bronze will be hosting an event, so you can do it for Bronze's approval, which I know we're all desperate for in the end anyway.
Yes.
Desperate.
So, with that said, we'll see you not next week, but the week after with some more of the Sunfall Cycle from myself and all the other cast members and Britt, who is definitely still Britt. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze! We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze! Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze!
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
It's a production of broadcast.
Yeah, now sing music.
It's a production of broadcast.
Bring the strippers and booze!
It's a production
here to ask and answer one simple question.
It's a production of podcast.
You